I am that introspective and reflective kind of guy, always trying to better understand what drives me to think and feel and act in the ways that I do. I'm also a bit of an introvert, so I tend to hang out in self-analysis mode a lot. I've always had this strong kind of magnetic pull toward things like integrity and truth and justice. So somewhere at the intersection between nature and nurture, I not only get a sense of how these elements collectively contribute to my social change identity, but how these elements gradually bring me closer to my authentic self. I've always tried to empower others to recognize that social change agency really does begin within us. The idea that no matter how inspired I might be by that influencer in my newsfeed, it's really my unique personality traits and my unique lived experiences that shape my attitudes and my orientations and my worldview. So the more I turn down the noise out there and really embrace my unique stuff, the easier it is for me to answer the question, how can I take these authentic aspects of my identity and use them to affect positive change in my life and the world around me? All of my life, I've felt compelled to empower those who have felt in some way marginalized or disempowered, a victim of some injustice, be it personal or social. And it wasn't enough for me to simply advocate for someone. I needed to position myself as a trusted teammate, a partner, or an ally. So for me, compassion and empathy are the central guiding forces of social change agency. And I've always encouraged others to acknowledge the fact that they have, in some capacity, already acted as an empowered advocate or a compassionate leader to someone or something in their lives. Encourage them to consider how the simple acts of being present, paying attention, showing care and concern are these micro efforts that can result in some powerful macro changes within their family or their workplace or their community. And engaging with empathy and compassion, it teaches us an ironic lesson. The idea that walking in someone else's path may actually be the pathway that brings us closer to the best version of ourselves. This might sound kind of cliche, but it's true. Emotional intelligence really is the secret weapon of social change agency. It's a secret weapon of effective communication and collaboration. It's the secret weapon of advocacy and authentic, compassionate leadership. Through EI, we can better appreciate and acknowledge the power of diversity and equity and inclusivity. EI gives us the tools to become more culturally competent and expand our worldview, which is how we acknowledge our biases and embrace our vulnerabilities. And EI helps us to develop our ability to listen, not to hear, but to understand. Because when we listen, we learn. And any of us who have been in the classroom would agree that so many of our learners already have the seeds of EI germinating within them. They're continually being asked to reflect and introspect on what drives them to think and feel and act in the ways that they and others do. So many of our learners already possess the compassion and empathy that fuels their desire to help and heal and unite people. Our job is to give them a platform to apply their EI skills as future advocates and leaders in their own unique, authentic ways. Because when leadership comes from an authentic place and people feel empowered, there's really nothing stopping the mission from being accomplished.